Tomorrow I'm performing Rachmaninov's second piano concerto with an orchestra in London. I'm just packing my dress and all the other bits and bobs I need for a concert. I've been filming a video diary for the last several months. The whole process of bringing this beautiful, crazy, virtuosic, passionate piano concerto from the notes up to concert level. I've spent the last 3 weeks doing about an hour or so on the concerto whenever I have time, so not every day but most days. I've probably done about 18 hours on it so far. It's still feeling pretty wobbly and uncertain, but it's kind of there, it's kind of back in my fingers-ish. So today I'm going to do a little test to play through the whole thing and just to see where it's still really insecure, if there are any bits that I definitely don't know, and which bits are still quite challenging technically. Basically, I'm not really worrying about speed or technique yet. I'm just going to try and stay relaxed and just go quite gently, and then I'll know where I need to focus my practice over the next few weeks. I'm not feeling too bad about it, I guess, on balance. Feels like a very long way to go still, like a huge mountain to climb to get it up to speed and actually sounding good. Yeah, that feels far away right now, but you know, at least it's kind of there-ish. Okay, it's about 2 months until the concert and I'm now starting to seriously focus on getting the technique up. I'm ramping up the number of hours that I'm spending on the concerto, so I'm probably doing 1 or 2 hours every day, sometimes 3, depending on what else I've got on, but I still have other concerts, so I can't completely dedicate myself to the Rachmaninov, so it's a bit still squeezing in wherever I can, lots of early morning practice. I've got a little to-do list of practice passages that I need to really concentrate on. Hopefully you can see that. With specific strategies for sorting out various problems. So that's kind of my starting point. I've got fed up practising on the upright and having no subtlety and no sensitivity. So I've come for the day to Steinway Hall, and I'm going to practice here today just to enjoy having a grand again and being able to do a bit more of the sound-related work. I've been focusing on the second movement this week. Generally, the second movements of concertos tend to be slower and maybe technically easier, but this one, although it's mostly slow, has got a very horrible surprise about 2/3 of the way through where it suddenly goes absolutely crazy. And it's very exciting to listen to, exciting to play, but it's a bit of a nightmare. So I'm unravelling some of that today. The other thing I'm thinking about with this movement is it shouldn't be sentimental, I don't think. It has to have a deeper power than that. So I'm thinking seriously about the balance between taking my time and enjoying the sound of the piano, letting the piano speak and letting the music sort of speak by itself almost, not pushing it, but also maintaining a real line throughout the whole movement so it has that sense of sort of power and inevitability that I'm after. It's a month till the concert. I can't believe I'm still practising on the upright. The grand is still not here. There's building work going on all around me. You can probably hear hammering in the distance. I'm at quite a frustrating stage that takes a lot of patience right now because I've done the first layer of technical work and everything in the rack is sounding quite good. I can basically play it and it's sort of up to speed, so it sounds fine. But now I've got to do that really detailed technical work on those very tricky and virtuosic passages, and that is what takes really a long time, and I just have to be very patient. So it does feel a bit frustrating sometimes because up till now the progress has been quite fast, and now I'm spending maybe like half an hour just practicing one line. So it's quite intensive, and I just have to trust that it's going to be worth it, which it will, because what it will add is that kind of sparkle and a real power. What I'm trying to do in my practice is to unravel any physical restraints or barriers that might be in the way of the music. Sometimes there's a particular movement which is just awkward, or maybe it's even a psychological issue. So it's just really unpicking it all to get back to the smallest cells of the technique that's required, and then just slowly putting it back together. So it's kind of exciting, but it just takes a long time. Also this weekend I recorded the whole concerto. I played through the whole thing, recorded it on my phone and listened back, which is so useful. Obviously I would prefer it was on a really good piano, but it still helps me to hear how my overall vision of the piece is coming together, where I need more contrast, where it needs to push forward more, where it needs to be more free, that kind of thing. While I was playing it, it felt not great, but when I listen back, it actually sounded a lot better than it felt. So that's minor encouragement.